Have you ever dreamed of uncovering a hidden tomb, brushing away the sands of time to reveal a treasure lost for millennia? The allure of ancient Egypt isn't just in the pyramids and pharaohs we know, but in the mysteries that still lie buried. Today, we're embarking on an epic quest, not with a shovel and brush, but with history and legend as our guide, to hunt for the most famous lost treasures of Egypt. Our first target is a treasure so legendary it has captivated explorers for centuries: the tomb of Cleopatra, the last pharaoh of Egypt, a woman of immense power, intelligence, and wealth. History tells us she died in Alexandria in 30 BC, alongside her lover, Mark Antony. The Roman historian Plutarch wrote that their magnificent mausoleum was located near a temple of Isis, filled with treasures of gold, silver, emeralds, pearls, and ebony. But after centuries of earthquakes, tsunamis, and the relentless expansion of the modern city of Alexandria, its location has become one of history's greatest puzzles. Imagine what we would find. Not just unimaginable riches, but personal artifacts that could rewrite what we know about this iconic queen. Was she buried with letters from Antony, or perhaps with the asp that legend says ended her life? Archaeologists like Dr. Kathleen Martinez have dedicated their lives to this search, focusing on sites like Taposiris Magna, a temple complex outside Alexandria. They've uncovered tunnels, artifacts, and even mummies from the same period, inching ever closer to potentially the greatest archaeological discovery of our time. Every new find fuels the hope that Cleopatra's final resting place is not lost, but simply waiting. Next, we journey from the coast to the heart of the desert, to a city that was once the intellectual and cultural capital of the ancient world. Not for a tomb, but for a treasure of the mind, the lost scrolls of the great library of Alexandria. This wasn't just a library, it was a beacon of human knowledge, housing an estimated 500,000 scrolls containing the wisdom of Greek, Egyptian, and Persian thinkers. It held works on mathematics, astronomy, philosophy, and literature. Think of it as the internet of the ancient world. So, what happened to it? The story is complex, with blame often pointed at a single catastrophic event, like Julius Caesar's fire in 48 BC. But the reality is more of a slow decline. A combination of fires, budget cuts, political purges of scholars, and religious conflicts over centuries led to its gradual decay. The knowledge lost is staggering. We're talking about lost plays by Sophocles, detailed astronomical charts, and entire histories of the ancient world vanished forever. While the building is gone, the dream of finding its contents persists. Could caches of scrolls have been hidden away for safekeeping before the final destruction? Some scholars believe copies might be buried in forgotten monasteries or hidden chambers, a library in exile waiting to be rediscovered. Our third lost treasure takes us back to the Valley of the Kings, the famous royal necropolis. While we celebrate the discovery of Tutankhamun's tomb, we often forget the one that got away, the tomb of Nefertiti, the wife of the heretic pharaoh Akhenaten. Her beauty is immortalized in that famous painted bust, but her final chapter is a complete mystery. Did she rule as a pharaoh in her own right after her husband's death under the name Neferuaten? And more importantly, where was she buried? For years, it was assumed she was buried at Amarna, the city Akhenaten built, but no tomb has been found there. A tantalizing theory emerged a few years ago when Egyptologist Nicholas Reeves suggested, based on high-resolution scans, that there might be hidden doorways within Tutankhamun's own tomb. He proposed that Tut's burial was a rushed affair, placed in the antechamber of a much larger, grander tomb belonging to his stepmother, Nefertiti. Imagine one of the greatest treasures in history hiding in plain sight behind a painted wall. While subsequent scans have been inconclusive, the search continues. Finding Nefertiti's tomb would be like finding Tutankhamun's all over again, but potentially even grander, filled with the art and riches of the controversial Amarna period. It would give us the final piece of the puzzle to one of Egypt's most powerful and enigmatic women. From queens to conquerors, our next search is for the tomb of Alexander the Great. Though Greek, he became a pharaoh of Egypt and founded the city that would bear his name, Alexandria. After his death in Babylon, his body was hijacked by his general, Ptolemy I, and brought to Egypt, first to Memphis and then to a grand tomb in Alexandria. For centuries, his resting place was a site of pilgrimage for Roman emperors. Augustus, Caligula, and others paid their respects. But then, it vanishes from the historical record around the 4th century AD. Like Cleopatra's tomb, its location was likely lost to the changing landscape of Alexandria. Theories abound. Is it under a modern mosque, at the bottom of the harbour, or was it destroyed by Christian or Muslim zealots who saw it as a pagan monument? The search for Alexander's tomb is a massive undertaking. Over 140 official excavations have tried and failed. Yet the possibility, however remote, that the body of one of history's most influential figures lies beneath the streets of a bustling city is a powerful motivator. Finding it wouldn't just be about golden armor or priceless artifacts. It would be about connecting with the man who bridged the gap between the Greek and Egyptian worlds. Our final lost treasure is perhaps the most mysterious of all, the legendary Land of Punt. Egyptian texts from as early as 2500 BC speak of this faraway exotic land, a paradise rich with gold, ebony, wild animals, and most importantly, frankincense and myrrh, aromatic resins that were essential for Egyptian temple rituals. The famous reliefs at Queen Hatshepsut's temple at Deir el-Bahari depict a massive trading expedition to Punt, showing its strange beehive-shaped houses and exotic goods being loaded onto Egyptian ships. But where was Punt? The texts are vague, only saying it was somewhere to the south, reachable by sea. For decades, scholars have debated its location. Was it in modern-day Somalia, Ethiopia, Eritrea, or even Yemen across the Red Sea? The answer could lie in tracing the origins of ancient materials. For example, a mummified baboon found in Egypt, an animal native to the Horn of Africa, was recently traced specifically to the region of Eritrea and parts of Ethiopia, providing the strongest evidence yet for Punt's location. Finding the definitive ruins of Punt would be like discovering the source of a myth. It would confirm the incredible reach of the Egyptian empire and open up a whole new chapter in the history of ancient trade and exploration. From the golden sarcophagus of a long-lost queen to entire libraries of forgotten knowledge, the sands of Egypt still hold so many secrets. These lost treasures are more than just gold and jewels. They are missing pieces of our own human story. Each year brings new technology and new discoveries, reminding us that with every spade of sand that's moved, we could be one step closer to uncovering a legend. The hunt is far from over. Thank you so much for joining us on this incredible journey through time. What lost treasure do you think is closest to being found? Let us know in the comments below. And if you love history and mystery as much as we do, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures into the past. We'll see you next time.